Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pikes Peak International Raceway here in Fountain, Colorado. Race number 8, season number 6 in the NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series. On the pole, we have the number 35 of Jose Perez trying to turn a struggling Gatlin Downey Incorporated MDCS team around. Who's outside is the number 68 of John Dilks in that Napa Toyota for TRD. He'll be in that car next season. Look to row number 2, Eric Monaco in the 72, which is now part-time this season. To his inside there, starting third, Daniel Kobza in the number 44, having a very strong season for himself, although a poor run last time out at Old Spice has relegated him to 7th in the point standings coming into today. As the Sunoco sign blocks our shot, we have Matt Sladek there in 5th, good qualification for him. And Jeffrey Finguides is outside the number 79, leading the points by 12 over Anderson Reed, his teammate. Row 4, we see Alex Fletcher in the 0-2, big free agent for next year. Him and Monaco teammates right now on the now controlled by General Motors team, but trying to possibly land themselves for some good rides elsewhere in the NSDCA. Speaking of good, it's a good qualifying session for Prima McShane as she rebounds after a rare DNQ at Old Spice last time out. Jacob Rose here in row 5. To their outside is the number 8, Riley Spurley-Tube. Row number 6, big surprises up here as well. Roger Ray, Jesse Turner, 2 drivers we usually see in the back half of the grid starting up front here in the MDCS. Mikey Yamakaze, James Ellison, and Austin Johnson are your top 15. We look further back on the grid. Anderson Reed back here alongside last time out winner Austin Delgado. William Duncan back here as well. Cordell Smith, Kev Shear buried down the order. Brad Stover as well. A long race ahead of us, 50 laps around this 1 mile oval. Similar to the I-69 Speedway in Michigan, although it is a little less banked throughout the corners. Who's going to tackle this D-shaped oval here today? Let's find out and get these engines fired up for racing at Pikes Peak.
Drivers, start your engines!
Field prepares to roar a life here at this 1 mile oval. Big crowd out here on hand today. This racetrack. Oh, let's see some news and notes coming in today. Obviously, free agency. There's probably be a lot of re-signs and free agents making moves. Everybody being signed. A lot of swaps probably next season, especially down here in the MDCS. This is a 3rd-tier series. We have a bunch of guys like number 9, Zach Rogers, moving up the grid. Other guys not returning to their rides next season. Like a big partnership change as well. We want to mention Bobo Jones is not going to have his team, North River Motorsports, aligned with Monster Motorsports anymore going into next season. So we'll have to see how that's going to work out for some of these drivers. But 50 laps are ahead of us here today. Pace car making the turn down. Jose Perez and John Dilks, an unexpected top 2. Going to lead them down here. Green flag is out at PPIR. We're racing. And it's a slow jump from the 68. The 35 clears, but Cobb's already on the attack. Monaco has jumped down to the inside line, trying to get past the 68 as well as they shuffle through. Looks like we're all right in the back so far. And coming through 3 and 4, it's still Perez and Cobb's a 1-2 out front. Dilks working the top side. Finguy trying to work the top side. Pontiac trying to be on the attack. Everybody scrambling for positions here early as most of the field side by side, but Jacob Rose getting aggressive back here, throwing it 3 wide there on McShane and Finguy, but Finguy able to drive it in higher off the corner. And for the lead, here comes Kobza versus Perez. Coming into turn 3, Jose really slamming the door. That's a big defensive move out of that 35. He knows that 44 is quick and could drive away with this one as Monaco really pushing up. Sladek, a huge run off the corner. Look at Matt Sladek trying to take 4th away, possibly 3rd. Cubs is on the attack once again into turn 1, trying to diamond the apex on the white line. Can't quite get there just quite yet. I'm not sure if he'll be able to be clear off the corner. No, he won't. What kind of drive does Perez have for him into the corner? Not too much. Kobza looks to take this one away. But he's shuffling through, still side by side back here. Rose slipping back on the high side now. Fletcher getting close to their left rear as Roger Ray making a bunch of ground in that 62 for Cyclone as Yamakaze trying to cross him over there in the 0-1. Oh, Finn guy losing a lot of ground to that top side, especially when he's 3 wide high like that. Vince Freeze knows that's a big opportunity to gain points. He's trying to make up ground there as well in that 27. Finn guy's got to find that bottom here. Not exactly a multi-groove racetrack here at Pikes Peak, at least not for a while. And I'm sure as this race rubbers in, it's going to become pretty much one groove. As Delgado trying to work from a poor qualifying as well, trying to work his way up through the field. William Duncan, Irving Allison as well. Toyota's also trying to make up ground. Looking up back to the front, Cobbs controlling this race so far. Jose minding his own business there in second. Top 5 kind of all spaced out. Then we get back here, and this is where the madness begins. 2 Pontiac side by side right now. Austin Johnson and Alex Fletcher. Pontiac, really haven't seen a whole lot of them when you think about it. Alex Fletcher does have the only non-Dodge win of the season so far. That came at Oxford Plains, but other than that, they've been pretty quiet. The 54-02-72 team's pretty good, and you look back to the 62 and the 30 of Cyclone, not really seen too much, especially compared to last year where you had Colton Lane just utterly dominating the majority of last season. Although, oh yeah, I'm forgetting a team, Pontiac team, North Motor Motorsports. They've been pretty good as well. If anything, the big manufacturer struggle this season is Ford, Zachary Racing, Rockstar Energy Racing have been just not where they wanted to be. They want to be seen as top teams, but just being struggling in the back. I think the highest out of all of them would be in the points. Yeah, Brad Stover 14th. So they're trying to really change their ways, figure out their program there for the Blue Ovals. Fletcher way wide. That's going to lose him a ton of ground in that 0-2. The run off the corner when you go that high just really ain't worth it as they are going crazy back here. 3x3. Look at this. Danny Lloyd here in his series debut stuck in the middle of all this. Turner had such a good qualifying. He's basically fallen back to last. Brad Stover back there as well. Back at the front. Everybody's spread out. Looks like Monaco, though, stuck to the high side. Could lose some ground here. As he just shuffled through the field as well. Jeffrey Finguy seems to not have found the bottom just quite yet. He slipped back to probably about 20th at this point. Real tough break for him, but long race. And you got to think Anderson Reed as well stuck back here with him. Watching some of the battling here at the front. Yamakaze has gotten clear to P4. Monaco's going to stay P5, and I think he might be able to make a move for 4th here shortly on that 0-1, as we have Johnson and Sladek side by side there for 6th. Austin Johnson, he did miss a race this season, if you remember, all the way back to Steelback, had a pretty slow start. Although since then he's rattled off 2 top 5s in the last 2 races, I believe, so Johnson really turning it around in that Advanced Auto Parts Pontiac. Having another real good run today, possibly a 3rd top 5 this season. So real good driver, especially someone who ended up missing a race at one point this season. But Sladek stuck up high, is going to lose some ground. Roger Ray had a big check up there. We look back through the field. Preston Emmons still struggling this season. Stover's on a real rough streak in that 87. Kev Shearer, I believe he is bowing out at the end of the season, cutting an end to his, he says, careers. Alex Parker, the rookie. Whoa. Alex Parker just left me speechless, driving it in on the high side. Doesn't really gain him anything. He's just speed searching. He's a rookie. He's trying to figure stuff out. Trying to get as much as he can out of that 61. Oh, what a moment. Look back up through the race field. Finguy still side by side with William Duncan. Neither of them want to be back here as Ellison. James, you know what happens when you throw a 3-wide middle like that. It never really ends well. It's been 2 races in a row. He's been in that position, and cars have gone off that front bumper of the 53, but really just trying to play this race out as once Anderson Reed's found the bottom. Ellison really aggressive. Really aggressive. Trying to work up that 13 there, Irving Allison. Now Duncan sees that advantage, thanks him for that, and heads to the inside here as we work lap 14 to 50 here at Pikes Peak. Back at the front, Daniel Cobbs, you see on the ticker, just driving away from Jose Perez and John Dilks. Real spread out top 3 there. As Anderson Reed muscling underneath Cordell Smith, nearly the left rear quarter panel of that 67 IWX Freight Toyota Camry. Looks like Reed's going to keep it clean down into turn 1. so many high caliber drivers, so much going on. This has been pretty exciting race for passing and everything here at Pikes Peak. I don't know if it's low altitude track design, what it is, but or maybe it's just the overall skill of these drivers because they know how to race. As Patrick Smith all over the back bumper of Alex Fletcher there in the 0-2. Coming off the corner, this is actually the battle for 10th. So Riley Spurleytube having a real good run. Roger Ray as well. Some of the more lower tier guys, really good runs. And Roger's in the top 5 with that move on Austin Johnson. I do think we should all catch our breaths here as we watch all this battling, get some onboard laps. Who should it be with? We're going to go back to the mid-pack. On board, our points leader, Jeffrey Finguy, as he tries to pick up ground, as it looks like some of these guys starting to funnel out back here in the mid-pack. Sounds like Finguy's got a car right there. Possibly was Bobo Jones, but I think he was just a little bit too far back from what I was thinking, especially hearing it so prominent here in the engine. But Finguy really working around here. It looks like the field's really all spread out now, I'd say. Settling down. Race has gotten to a pace where I can actually keep up with it. Daniel Cobb's leading by almost 2 seconds. Another big run out of that 44 team. Jose Perez sitting there, P2. Stokes P3, Yamakasi P4. That's a run he really needs. Roger Ray in 5th with Vince Freeze right behind. 4 Pontiacs lined up. Oh, it was 5 Pontiacs. We're counting Pontiacs here, folks, in the Chewy.com 225 as Spurleytube trying to work underneath the 0-2 for 9th. Patrick Smith, he's going up to the CRTS next season in that number 97. Pizza Hut Dodge. I'm not sure Pizza Hut will be following him up, but he is staying at Cloud Foster Racing Operations for another season. So good run there for the Canadian. He sits P8 in the point standings and really trying to put it together, trying to keep his season consistent. Really could be something this season when we get down to Kansas. Further back through this race field, Anderson Reed looks like he has settled into 15th. Yeah, 15th there for Anderson Reed in number 39. So that leaves Rose 16th. Big run for them. They are 5th in the point standings, trying to possibly get by William Duncan. They're tied. Excuse me, they are tied for 4th in the point standings. Duncan does have a better average finish. I guess that's why he's counted 4th over Rose. But other than that, Finguy's still struggling. Seems like that 79 is not how he wants it to handle this today. Taking a look back here, Kev Shear making up grounds from a real poor run for him. Kev trying to go out with a bang in his career. Brad Stover making up ground as well. Preston Emmett still mired in the back. I don't know what has changed for the 94. I don't know if it's just X-side not being there, if the color of the car matters or what, but Emmett just had a miss of a season. This is just heartbreak for Jesse Turner. Such good qualifying, stuck here in the back. We approach halfway, cycling through. Let's take a look back again. Patrick Smith now trying to get past the 54 of Austin Johnson. And boy, Riley Spurleytube having a real good run for Coors Light Racing. That's an owner-driver operation, just trying to build up his small team, trying to build some credibility. He's really earning it today in the AAA Dodge. Three cars bunched up right there. Alex Fletcher, Matt Sladek, Priya McShane. Priya possibly trying to make a move on that 0. But as we hit the halfway mark of this one here, bringing it a little low, but I'm going to cut away for just a few laps here at Pikes Peak, the Chewy.com 225. Catch you after the commercial break.
We're Saya LTL Freight. Our trucks hit the road to haul the goods that keep businesses and communities moving. We're talking millions of shipments over millions of miles. From custom solutions to expedited delivery, when you see Saya, you'll know we're driving business. For all your shipping needs, get your quote at Saya.com.
This is Toby.
Who's a good boy?
And this is his Chewy box. This is Toby's mom.
Say hi, Toby.
With Chewy.com, she always gets low prices on his pet food and supplies. These are Toby's toys.
Here you are.
She loves saving money on those. This is the food Toby eats, and the bed where Toby sleeps. Just look at all those deals. Plus, Chewy delivers for free. So unbox the savings today. Save 20% on your first order. Shop online at Chewy.com.
Say thank you, Chewy.
Hi, Billy Mays here for Orange Glow, wood cleaner and polish. Discover the secret of pure orange oil. It cleans, it polishes, and helps protect all at the same time. Use it on different types of wood, like cherry, oak, maple, and walnut. Wood dries out. Orange Glow helps keep it looking new. It puts down an invisible shield that helps protect your wood from water spots and stains. Orange Glow leaves a smooth surface and a lustrous shine. Other cleaners don't always cut the grease. Orange Glow wipes away this grease pencil without damaging the surface. When you call, you'll get not one, but 2 bottles of our Orange Glow. We'll also include a bottle of our multi-purpose cleaner, Orange Clean. You get all this, not $20, only $12.99. Here's how to order.
Call now, and for only $12.99, you get not one, but 2 16-ounce bottles of the Orange Glow wood cleaner, 1 22-ounce bottle of the multipurpose cleaner, 1 cleaning sponge. Call 1-800-789-1199.
And welcome back to coverage here of the Chewy.com 225 at the Pikes Peak International Raceway. Daniel Cobbs is just driving away with this one in the number 44. Then we have the number 35, Jose Perez, under attack from Roger Ray. Roger's gotten past John Dilks there for third, and looks like he is trying to get by on second. Just a thrilling run there for Cyclone Motorsports. Oh, look at this! Yamakasi and Monaco pushing together. They're going to save it. Good driving by them, but nearly had our first caution of the day. And this is going to see some drivers trying to capitalize. Austin Johnson, Patrick Smith trying to get up here in the battle for 6th. Oh, man, just had nearly jumped at that one. Those 2 cars would have gone around right in front of the entire field, basically. Would have really shaken this one up. But Anderson Reed picking off more and more cars up to 13th there in the 39. Drivers not making it too far through the field. It's Finn Guy and 17, Jacob Rose there. Would look back up. Watching championship contenders as Yamakasi can't keep it off of people. Austin Johnson nearly into the wall. 0-1. Mikey Yamakasi, he's going to be back at Butcher Gatorade Motorsports next season, but absolutely panicking. Not sure if there's an issue in the car or in the driver or what's going on with the 0-1, but he has just had a hard knock couple of laps. And seems like this Toyota Camry is just on edge of, he's flirting with disaster, but oh boy. Johnson's not too happy about that. All over the back bumper, that 0-1. Might not want to be too clean with him after that, but hopefully these guys keep it off of one another. Coming into turn 1, Johnson still trying to be patient. Roger Ray has gotten past the top 2, Dilks and Perez. Perez actually down to 4th, but trying to set his sights on Cobbs. I don't know if anybody's catching that 44. Hot wheels on that Dodge. Vince Freeze, another real strong performance, up to 5th. Real good run for the North Boulder Motorsports driver. Now watch back here, Yamakasi and Austin Johnson still trying to keep it off each other. Looks like Austin's going to be a little bit more patient here for the coming laps. Reed making up more ground. That's going to put him P12, I believe. Once he got past McShane, yes. Really race settling in, everybody about single file right now, trying to make up ground. Zach Rogers to the inside of Matt Sladek. A deep dive on a 9. An impressive move there by Zach Rogers. Cordell Smith trying to follow. I think you're going to have to see that, especially as some of these tires all wear out. You're going to have to be a lot more confident and a lot more aggressive with your moves, and you just got to hope that they stick. Zach Rogers, that was impressive. Reed's going to go up to 11th with this move on the car that's carrying the title sponsor of this race, the Chewy.com Pontiac of Alex Fletcher. To the front, Spurley Tube hanging out with Patrick Smith here in 7th. Spurley could possibly pass Patrick Smith. That's a big move for that 8 team. Have to see if that happens as we hit 15 to go. Real slow here, mid-corner now. John Dilks, Jose Perez. Vince Freeze going to get up here, possibly trying to get another podium on the season, possibly trying to get his, I believe, third top 3 of the season. He's got 2 top 5s, and I think they are both top 3s. They both third places. They might just be. I'm not sure if it was Rose or Freeze that finished second at Daytona, but it was definitely one of them. Boy, Vince Freeze, real good showing out of this driver, the 27. Have his sights here on John Dilks as they come off of turn 2. A look on corner exit, a little bit interesting there. Not sure if he has it in the 3. He's going to drive it in. Dilks is going to shut the door. 2 New Jerseyans actually here, 3rd and 4th. And Spurley Tube here trying to work still on that number 97 of Patrick Smith. Not quite there. Not too much speed on corner exit there off turn 4. As everybody's still just trying to ride this race out to the end. Austin Delgado trying to get past Priya McShane there for 12th, I believe. 12th, 13th? I believe it's 13th. Yeah, 13th. My mistake. TSR teammates. TSR not returning to the series next season. So we're going to miss them, especially the champions, Jake Galloway, that 48. Not going to be coming back, the iconic 48 for that team. We'll have to see who gets those in the auction. I believe TSR's equipment will be auctioned off, possibly at least some of it, but Yo is going to have a big mid-corner checkup, and Duncan going to say thank you very much as it's Dodge Toyota side by side here, coming down the back straightaways, this one winding to its conclusion. And boy, if you're Roger Ray, the only thing you can be thinking now is what could happen to the leader, Daniel Kobza. Hanging out, 2-second cushion on either side. You have to hit your marks, drive your race, possibly gain as little bit as you can. And John Dilks, Jose Perez, they started up here. They're kind of forming a train as, whoa, Perez stuck there in the middle of Vince Freeze and Patrick Smith. Smith trying to not waste any time. He knows he's raced for a title. Perez down there in 25th probably is not. So Patrick really wants that run. And Yamakaze as well, trying to make up the points he lost by missing 2 races after his injury at Road America. He's going to really work it in as this race has gotten intense here in the top 10 now. Patrick Smith clear of that gaggle. He could probably run down John Dilks by the end of this one as they are still 3 wide. Vince Freeze losing points, losing spots there on the hop side. Possibly jinxed him with that saying that he could get another podium. But boy, if anybody needs to capitalize on this, it probably isn't Anderson Reed. He's still second in the point standings. Got a good cushion to everyone else except Finn Guy. But Finn Guy buried down the order in that number 79. Reed's comfortable where he is, but I don't think he's going to pass up the opportunity to make up spots. Look further up now. Yamakaze and Johnson still can't get past one another, but they're looking to get past Jose Perez here down into turn 1. Yamakaze, big checkup, and Johnson looks to the top side, but Johnson has to check up later in the corner. Can't get anything done. Smith trying to still weigh in that 68 of John Dilks, and Reed has hit the top 10. He's gotten past the 72 and the 8. Give it to P9 for Anderson. Monaco trying to not give up. He wants to get that top 10, but Spurley really wants that top 10. He really wants those. Really wants that payout there in that number 8. We look through the back one more time. Zach Rogers trying to get past Cordell Smith for about 15th. Colton Yo, teammates still working by one another. And Finn Guy going to get a spot here on James Ellison. Bunch of blue and white cars still nestled together right here in the midfield. 4 of them, actually. Jacob Rose, that 9th place starting spot, hasn't gotten them much. Back here battling the 61 of Alex Parker. Big pack run for them to lose some stuff, but next time out, I believe, is the road course at Watkins Glen, so be good for them. Through the back, Jesse Turner stuck there in last. But 5 to go for Daniel Cobbs. It's been a dominating performance, losing time to Roger Ray, but he's got it in the bag as long as nothing goes disastrously wrong for the Ange Auto driver. Patrick Smith has gotten past John Dilks for 3rd, and Austin Johnson's gotten past Yamakaze and made it up to 4th, it looks like. Vince Freeze trying to crack another top 5, trying to get past Jose Perez here. We come down 4 to go. Perez drives it in on the top side. He'll have it, but the top side, you have to really lift later in the corner, and Freeze might have something in the 3, as long as he can defend on the 0-1 of Yamakaze. He cannot. Yamakaze sees the opportunity. He seizes the opportunity. And Yamakaze's going to get past Vince Freeze here. Granted, Freeze will have a big surge off of 4. Side by side, 0-1 and 27. They come down here through turn 1 and 2. Freeze is going to possibly lose a spot to Anderson Reed. That's what he doesn't want to see. He wants to gain spots on second and points. But coming down 2 laps to go, the gap's under a second. But I think Roger would still need a miracle. It's a miracle run in itself there for the 62 to be up here in second anyways. And Cubs are trying to bring it home. John Dilk, still a real good run for him in 4th, and the battle there between the 35 and 27 was for 6th, because I forgot Austin Johnson was 5th. Going to be possibly, I think, his 3rd top 5 in a row. Austin Johnson in that 54. Real good run for that Advanced Auto Parts Pontiac. He owns that car, so real good run for him. But the white flag in the air for Daniel Kobza. They come across the line. What can he do in the 44? He's got to hit his mark. He's going to be hearing every noise possible in that car. He's going to have to bring it home and hope he can do it. Through turns 3 and 4, looks like Reed and Freeze side by side back there, but that's not what we're watching. Gonna watch it coming across the line. 3rd win on the season, number 44. Daniel Kobza does it at Pikes Peak. Looks like Anderson Reed's gonna take 8th place there from Vince Freeze. Have to see where everybody else funnels across. Yo's actually gonna get past Zach Rogers, his teammate there, nestled in the mid-pack. Daniel Kobza is going to let that dominant motor of the day do some burnouts at the start-finish line. Roger Ray coming home 2nd. Great run for him. Great runs for John Dilks and Jose Perez as well. Championship contenders made up some ground, but some others lost some ground. Jeffrey Finguy, Jacob Rose outside the top 10. William Duncan in 20th, not where he wanted to be as well. So, a bunch of storylines coming out of this one. Thank you all for watching the Chewy.com 225 here at Pikes Peak. And one of the most infamous tracks in the NSDCA, the chaos that is Watkins Glen, approaches for the MDCS. Possibly an even bigger title shakeup lays ahead of us. Thank you all for watching. Congratulations for Daniel Kobza on winning. See you next time on the NSDCA.